librarian in Harlem. I was a storyteller. I am still happy to gather the children, our grandchildren, together right before bed to read and tell stories. So powerful are these ancient tales and all the children in the world that one by one the adults will bring them to open the switch or turn down the radio to hear them. And in thinking about what to say to you this morning as the closing words of this marvelous event, I am reminded of the ancient nature of what we came for, what we accomplished and where we are going. We are a gathering of the warriors of our day, those people who were placed on this earth at this time to change it. We were summoned here because tradition, ancient and modern, affirm the strength doubled and tripled into infinity by collective will. And we saw that it truly worked. We warriors came here to listen to each other, to enjoy each other, to exchange ideas, to remember battles of old, to plan. We also came here and we sang and we laughed a lot and we played poker and we watched the games of autumn. Next year, Mets. And we hugged. And we hugged some more. We supped and dined and drank and toasted our heroes and decided, derided, chided, kissed and booed our enemies. We learned, we have been inspired, once again, by the almost
mystical and marvelous ability to gather strength through camaraderie, intellectual jousting, and exchange, but mostly by sharing the collective will to change the world. Today some of us depart from the Twin Cities, other warriors remain, but all on Monday will be transformed back to lawyers, activists, legal workers, students, and organizers. We leave here with quests to now be fulfilled far beyond the battlefield. I use these terms in the ancient and metaphoric sense, and I hope not offensive to peace activists. For we have formidable enemies, not unlike those in the tales of ancient days. There is a consummate evil that unleashes its dogs of war on the helpless. An enemy motivated only by insatiable greed. The miller's daughter made to spin gold. The fisherman's wife might us all with no thought of consequence. This enemy there is no love of the land or the creature that lives there. No compassion for the people. This enemy will destroy the air we breathe and the water we drink as long as the dollars keep filling up their money boxes. We now resume our everyday lives, but we have been charged once again with and for our quest, like Hippolyta and her Amazons, like David going forth to beat the lion, like the wolf and the dragon slayers, like Queens and Xenophil, who made war on the Romans, like Sir Galahad seeking the Holy Grail. Modern heroes there I mentioned, Owen, Mayo, Lenin, Fidel, Nelson Mandela, and John Brown, Che Guevara, who reminds us, at the risk of seeming ridiculous, let me say that the true revolution is guided by a great feeling. Our quest, like theirs, are to share the very foundation of the conflict. We go out to stop police brutality, to rescue the imprisoned,
to change the rules for those who have never ever been able to get to the starting line, much less run the race, because of color, physical condition, gender, or mental impairment. We go forth to preserve the air and the land and the water and the sky and all the beasts that crawl and fly. We go forth to safeguard the right to speak and right to join, to learn to rest safe at home, to be secure, fed, healthy, sheltered, loved and loving, to be at peace with one's identity. Until we meet again, our quests are formidable. We have in Washington a poisonous government that spreads its venom to the body politic in all corners of the globe. We have war. Big war in Iraq, big war in Afghanistan, smaller wars in Colombia, Central Africa, and Southeast Asia. We have detainees and political prisoners at home, and now looming in 2004, we have those Democratic and Republican conventions, and then an election, with the corporate media ready to hype the results and drown out the righteous protests. But here, all in all of the towns and cities we return to, the people, our people, the day in, day out grassroots organizers, and they are busy coalition building, carrying out protests and actions against powers so fast and evil that our collective must be to defend the people in this vanguard, to enable them to recruit and prepare fresh troops. And there also are individual quests. I hope and believe that I will be in Birmingham next year, that our movement, our righteous movement, will defend me, and that our victory for the people, of the people, and by the people will restore the defenders, and this one in particular, to the front lines of the battle. So the long year 2004 stretches out until we meet again. We have no crystal ball, but we have history. And that history teaches us. And as we go forth, we learn from all those who have struggled before us. A fellow traveler of an earlier time, a communist and a Jew, Bertolt Brecht, wrote as his last poem what has become my credo. And I give it to you. This is called And I Always Thought. And I always thought the very simplest words must be enough. When I say what things are like, everyone's heart must be torn to shreds. That you'll go down if you don't stand up for yourself. Surely you see that. Go forth and do justice. Final words?
Power to the people.
Power to the people.